Greetings everyone, and Greg here from another Age Mythology Replay. Spawn on top left side as the blue Poseidon. Got dukeashariqbal. I have no idea how to pronounce that. On the bottom right side as the red Odin. We got OWL52, who's using the classic skin for Odin. Got some goats. They are the goats. When it comes to relics on the map, we do have the arrows of Hercules, giving the attack increased attack of ranged soldiers and heroes. Blah, I can't think right now. I have a headache going. I think it's allergies. Got Hermana's necklace, give villagers gold plus 10% gold collection rate. Very nice. We do have adamantine shingles, give houses plus 200% hit points. And we do also have the nose of the Sphinx, giving the increased building hit points 50%. I think you could probably put the storehouse in between the two and get both the wood and the gold. But I understand you want to try to get as close to the woods as possible to increase the collection rate. Got some boars and now gatherers, more villagers of course, pretty much standard, early eco. Temple going on up. And now there's a pair of ravens. We've got the AH up, we got Freyja to give access to Valkyrie and to the Forest Fire God Power. Forest Fire God Powers may be one of the worst God Powers in the entire game. I generally have a hard time trying to think of what's a worse God Power. There's a free Valkyrie, and going for some basic walls there. There's a decent amount of natural cover here, so you can go for a basic set of walls there. Scout is causing issues. Scout has horrible DPS, not even a DPS. We now have the Winged Messenger, giving a free Pegasus every so often, plus gives increased move speed and line of sight of your Pegasus. Very nice. Poseidon has aged up to Hermes, get access to Centaur, and also Ceasefire. I suppose on this map, with the number of possible openings, the Forest Fire could create a bigger opening, but that's about it. Got some walls here. There's not too many berries here. Or, wait, no, the berries in groups of 3 and 4. Yeah, the berries just sort of spawned weird. Actually, no, it says this is 2 berries. Okay, that's 2 berries. We do now have the Forest Fire there. Does actually manage to kill a villager. And now burning some down these houses. Red's being a bit of a homewrecker. Destroys a house there, giving 2 free militiamans. Militiaman does get burned to death. Oh, did they actually buff Forest Fire? They may have buffed Forest Fire since last time I checked. And even then, it's still very situational. The Scout has such a low DPS, the Herseer gets a decent amount of health regen to fight against it. Scout is down, not a big surprise. Got Atlantia, the fast hero, with Jason, or Theseus. Theseus probably should be split off with the militiaman, while the cavalry can go along with Atlantia. This is the hippus that got burned up a little bit. You can see he's a little bit darker, not necessarily scorched. Just being a little bit underdone, to say the least. We do have now Dionysus queued on up for blue. Lane taking some damage there. Right now the Valkyrie moves at 5.1. Atlantean moves at a speed of 5.3, while the Cavalry moves at 5.8. She does manage to escape the snare effect. Radiant Cavalry now advancing. Blue has some walls, just not too many of them. Forcefire did deny this tree deposit, so it makes it so he has a bit more of a dangerous tree location. Let's push forward a good number of Radiant Cavalry. Do now have Dionysus queued on up, going for medium cavalry and Lord of Horses. Taking time to kill off the gazelles, which will start degrading. I think it also gives red a little bit of favor. More emphasis on the little part. But this is going to be quite a bit of degradation. Just a bit of rot. Blue's now pushed forward with a good number of cavalry. Has pulled off the Hippus and the militia. Not Hippus, the militiaman and Thesis.
Radiant
Cavalry push forward. Villagers to evacuate to the town center. We got the Herseers. Cancels of the town center there. We also have now Scaldi being researched as well. Dionysus will be researched first. You have a Hydra to hail. And access the bronze. Scaldi will give access to the Frost, a giant stasis ability. Which is a good way to zone out bronze if he wants to zone out bronze. Militiamen chasing down these infantry units or cavalry units. They do have 50% bonus damage versus cavalry. And it's cleaned up all the gold here. Hydra moving around. Looks like Blue's going to start falling back. Blue's not going for the toxic phase. You also spot all the downed fauna there. Hydra will get some hits there onto the Valkyrie, getting, of course, double damage. Notice the Valkyrie will be thrown away, giving the Hydra a second head as well, and that's how you get head. Villagers here, they do, of course, not build a wall sitting on top of the relic, which actually is fully traversable land. Now, multiple elephants being obtained, very nice. They may go for some of these villagers. It looks like the Hippus got a lot of free hits there. If Red keeps on building the Radiant Cavalry, Blue can go deploy out some Podromos, which he is starting to build some Podromos. And now Red's now advancing forward on the right flank as well. Good number of throwing Axemen. More Radiant Cavalry, Herseers, Gobi, her Elfzarks, and the Frost Giant. This force doing a good job distracting blue. Red does also have more military units in the field. They have similar villager numbers at the moment. More prodromals and throwing and archers being blown up by blue. It looks like red getting tied up on a little bit of terrain there. We'll do some of these raining cavalry. Just stuck in the formation. And red may just try to grab this town center. Red is grabbing that town center and breaking down this wall. Some of these units, structures may go down. Do now the cavalry straight forward. Medium Prodromos, a good counter cavalry unit. As well as when these structures start going down, some militiamen will spawn. Militiamen do scale with infantry upgrades as well, which I think he has none. Blues push way forward. The one burnt, crispy, medium hip is still in the field as well. And blue's trying to transition to farms, not trying to grab the fauna up here, so a bit of a turtle in for the Poseidon player, which may not be great. It means red's going to have better economy and has to have less expenditure on getting up those other food sources. And red may lose some villagers here. Looks like blue hunted some lions. Of course, in Retold, carnivores do not hunt villagers and other units. In the original Age of Mythology, carnivores did in fact hunt your units that went by. But bears, for example, were pretty rich in food, like 300 food. Ward fortress being established by blue here, and then Paul can get this gold deposit going. Red has established some forward walls here, and now push forward some old Sarks and throwing axemen. Still only has medium infantry upgrade. The Red is also bringing some battering rams here, but the militiamen don't cause some issues, and there's a ceasefire to give them some more breathing room. Blue are here. Forward longhouse being established now. Blue does have a decent force here, including the Hydra, who has 2 heads. Cavalry push right forward, and now red's going to counter out bronze, or push out bronze. Red can blow out frost to stop the army if he so chooses, but it's going to just fall back to the fortresses there, and the town center get some extra fire support. Bring the frost there. Frost does also increase the armor up to now from 99 to up to 100%, so there should do no damage or 1 damage per strike. They also added now sound effects, so they don't play play different sound effects with the frost. But also it is at 100%, so. But I didn't realize they had a sound effect for bronze. That's very nice. Of course, red's trying to pull out more units there. Blue has been walled out as well. And the Hydra is frozen there by the frost strike. Very nice little pick there.
Έτοιμος.
Blue's not pushing forward. Blue's army is still trying to rotate around. You have now Blue's 4 fortified town centers here. Towns are taking a bit of damage from these various sources. Blue's armies continue on up. Blue's extra units are falling back now. Another cavalry now pushing forward over here. Red does have 2 mountain dragons here. Only pieces remains. I think Hippolyta is still alive yet. She's still alive up in the north. I don't see a Lanty on the field. Of course, as more structures are going down, the more militiamen Blue will get out, but Blue is losing a lot of infrastructure here. It also needs non-villagers, and Blue decides to resign from the game. This is Angry saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.